Oh wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I am your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, you can listen to this show wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube at Badbit Games. And if you like what you hear, please consider dropping us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and get your chance to win a free PS5 game on us. Or if you really like us, you could go to patreon.com/badbit. But with all that said, with all that out of the way, audience, the greatest co-host whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson, how are you, sir?
I'm so ready.
Yeah?
You're everyone listening and watching, you're about to see a different side of Kyle.
Wow.
It's bad.
Really? So, as you all know, this is our special bonus episode of the Trophy Room. We got some breaking news still about, PS5 upgrades on Call of Duty and Hitman 3, but a lot of this episode's going to be about Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. This is supposed to be the big 2-hour finish of all the Summer Games Fest. And of course, we have the Ratchet and Clank 7-minute demo that we saw. So in preparation, we have a episode out prior to this. If you want the latest and greatest all things PlayStation news, because a lot of things happened this week, we separated it into 2 episodes. Go back, check that episode out. It was fantastic. Smeagol came in. I mispronounced Gollum a lot. It's a fun time. But with that, Kyle, listen, usually we start up the show. We talk about what you've been playing, right? Mm-hmm. Today, I want to talk about how you've been feeling, because this is supposed to be the end all be all for Gamescom or Summer Games Fest 2020. Now, with this whole thing, it was a 2-hour long event. Please, I want to go kind of back and forth with you.
2 and 15, if you count the pre-show.
Right. I did not catch the pre-show. You caught it?
Yeah.
Anything worthwhile?
There is a first-person shooter game, a horror game for just PlayStation that is up your alley. I think
Quantum Error.
Error.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. It's from the small indie team. They were influenced by Dead Space. Yeah. Which is right up my alley. You know me. Kyle, gotcha. 2 hours long. What were some games that you liked other than the Ratchet and Clank stuff we saw?
Okay. All right. I thought we were going to get into the show as a whole. I was prepared.
No. We'll do that right before we get into the Ratchet and Clank stuff.
Okay. The 5 that I really dug. The first one surprised me. It was called Teardown. It was that one, I think it was 1 or 2 person team where they made their own game engine, and it's one that kind of looked like Minecraft, where everything was destructible. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like an upgraded visually Minecraft kind of game. And then they were like, oh no, this is all just planning for a heist. I was like, oh, interesting. It's like a out of the box expanded puzzle thing where you don't have to worry about just what's in the room, but the entire environment and how you link together the path to turn off the alarm in order to get away from this heist. I thought was very interesting, and it looked like it would be a lot of fun. So I was very surprised about that one, and I'm very happy that was part of the show, because that was easily a highlight.
Yeah. My number 5 one is Little Nightmares 2. I never got into Little Nightmares 1, but something about this, it's, again, as someone who knows nothing about the first game, a terrifying platformer, it seems like. It's haunting. It's like Haunting of Hill House meets Super Mario 3D World. I am all about that. It looks, like a Mario Wii U, whatever, the 2D ones. Like, it looked terrifying, haunting, but like, I'm somehow into it, What was your next game?
Number 4 for me would have been, it was in like a sizzle reel thing. Mm-hmm. It was the Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope.
Yes.
I didn't play Man of Medan strictly on your word of it, because you played it and you feeling let down by it. And I was always a little off by this sea, like battleship, whatever it was, kind of setting. Yeah. But this one where it was like witchcraft and it looked more like Until Dawn And I'm like, this one intrigues me way more than Man of Medan, and I'm hoping that they've learned from their mistakes, because I want Supermassive to be good.
Yes.
I want them to be back to Until Dawn, because they are so underrated and valued as a developer. And what I saw in that brief little trailer, I was like, yeah, I'm digging the vibes. I'm all for this one.
And I think the thing why the first Man of Medan didn't do well, or first anthology was Man of Medan, and why that didn't do well was you're on a boat. Boats aren't, I get it, the implication, but like, it's not too scary. This being like a town and the whole town's fucking haunted, that's the thing that really hits me. The next thing, and it's really simple, is Crash 4, man. About time. And simply put, because he's wearing a mask. They go to Crash and like the mascot, and he's in Cologne, Germany, walking around with a mask, like you should too, socially distancing and such. And he didn't know that the Gamescom was canceled.
Yeah.
I loved it. I am so in on this game. Ever since I played New Super Lucky Tale, I am all in on this. So I want more platformers. I want to start broadening my horizons there. So that was my number 4 pick.
Yeah, it didn't make my top, but I am intrigued by it. I think in order to get those flashback tape levels, which are reminiscent of the bonus levels from the original games, you have to complete a no death run, and I know how difficult that's going to be. So I'm glad that there's going to be a challenge there, and they look super fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What did it say you? Where's your number 3 pick?
My number 3, I'm debating where to put this. I'm going season 2 of Fall Guys.
Oh,
it's gonna be my number 3. I love that it's medieval settings. Yep. I love all the costumes, the knight, the mage, and the dragon, and I love. Oh, excuse me. I love the reskin of some of the maps, and some of them look brand new. Some of them are iterating on things that we already played, like the Hoopsie Daisy, where you have to move ramps around. And all I can say is, after watching that, like, obviously I'm hyped to play it. I'll play Fall Guys for as long as there's a Fall Guys.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy I already have the platinum. Relying on other people to work together to move ramps is not going to work.
Yeah, there's one where it's like the mystery door one, but instead it's with ramps. And I'm just like, that is going to be insane, but I am so in on this game.
Yeah.
That was, sadly, with this whole presentation, that was like my highlight. So I'm sharing number 3 with you. I'll go straight to my number 2. Star Wars Squadron. Oh my God. You guys know I'm a big Star Wars dork. You see the Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber behind you. I love Star Wars. And this looks straight like, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. The 90s game, you go into any arcade, that's what this game screams. To me, seeing Wedge Antilles is going to be part of the main story has me so hyped. So yeah, seeing actual gameplay got me and my nerves calmed down of what to expect from this game, because I was a little scared going into it what I was actually going to get from that experience. So seeing that it looks approachable, I'm totally in. That's my number 2 pick.
Awesome. My number 2 pick is going to also be Star Wars, but not the one you're thinking about. It's Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. I was so excited for this when it was first announced, and just on the fact that they were retooling the engine, and I wanted to see what that looked like in this. And oh my God, if you are not familiar with the Lego games, you don't understand why it's a big deal. I get it. But the fact that now there is a camera third person, and it looks like the Dark Souls and Jedi Fallen Order kind of camera angle with lightsaber battles and first person pod racing and controlling the X-Wing flying through the levels. It looks so good. I am so excited for it.
This is my bad. I DoorDashed, and there was a whole kerfuffle at my house, and like I had to go get my burrito. So I missed out on this. I'm a bad Star Wars fan. Look at that Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber.
Please watch it afterwards. It's really, really good.
I'll watch it right now. I mean, nothing's stopping me.
And in the meantime, shut up, Jiminy.
Is Jiminy back?
Jiminy is back, and he's hidden behind my Blu-ray cases, and I can't get to him.
Jiminy the cricket.
He's taunting me, not even during the nighttime, like normal crickets. It's all fucking day, Joe.
Dude, I love this Kyle.
I'm unhinged.
This Kyle is unhinged, and I am all for it. What would be, so we're at 2, right?
That was my number 2, yeah.
My number 1 is going to be, I'm going to have a tie. Because I want to give shout outs where shout outs are due. One, you can't play on PlayStation, but Medal of Honor, the VR game, Above and Beyond, I think it's called, looks incredible. You know, the last Medal of Honor I enjoyed was Airborne. I thought it was an amazing experience. This looks right up my alley. The original creative director of the first Medal of Honor is working on this game. Seeing Respawn at the helm yet again, when going back to the franchise they created, and just seeing all the cool action set pieces that there are here, and you're killing Nazis and punching them in the face. I'm all in, man. This looks absolutely nuts. And
that makes one of us.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I wasn't high on it, Joe.
Oh my God, this new Kyle is strange, everyone.
I would have much rather preferred a non-VR Medal of Honor, because I want Medal of Honor back. That was my first first-person game on PS2. And there's just something about the art style where they're a little too cartoony for me.
Okay, I get that because of VR and all that.
Just a little bit, and I'm really, really worried that seeing how the gameplay is, where it looks like it's free movement, I'm motion sickness, man. Like, if you're not warping to a place and it doesn't look like you're warping, it looks like you're running
more
down
on
a hallway.
rails.
And I'm just a little worried about that and how it would feel. But like you said, Respawn's fantastic. I trust them making a game. I don't know.
Also, Mafia Remake looks nuts.
Also, really quick about Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. You can't play it on the Quest.
Really?
You need the Oculus Link and a PC in order to play that game.
Okay, well then I take that back. But no, Mafia Remake.
Yes,
I
Mafia
love a good Mafia game, and I loved The Godfather.
Yeah,
people hate me already, but yes,
I was jonesing for that when I watched it, because I would love an open world game that's not fantastical. I think I need that right now.
Yeah,
and so I'm kind of in. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and it's just giving me, like, again, Godfather on the Xbox vibes, like the OG Xbox vibes. That was one of my favorite games, and seeing Mafia looks kind of like what a next gen version of that would be. So I'm all in on that.
Yeah,
Kyle, what's your number 1 pick of the show?
I think we might have the same number 1 pick.
What's that?
12 minutes.
It's not my pick.
Oh yeah, 12 minutes is my number 1 pick.
Oh, okay.
I've been hyped about this 5 years ago when I saw it in Kind of Funny in the spare bedroom before they got a studio. The developer was over there, and they played the early build of this game back then, and I thought it was a cool concept. And to see where it's come from there, and then see it unveiled at E3 last year on the big stage for Xbox, and then having Willem Dafoe, James McAvoy, and Daisy Ridley be the cast of this game. Are you kidding me?
I consider myself a scientist as well.
I am so excited, and I that is one I will be playing day one on my Xbox. I will wipe the dust off, and play. And also, while we're talking about it, go check out Luke Lore's Xbox Expansion Pass episode with the director of that game. He had on that episode. Go check it out, because I want to know all about that game.
All right, enough of Luke. Calm down. His show's okay. You don't have to.
Oh yeah, I know. It's usually you, the one that's promoting Luke, not me.
He's a son of a bitch. Overall, though, Kyle, listen. How did you like the show?
No, you don't have a number 1?
Oh, my number 1 was Mafia.
Oh, okay.
Giovanni.
All right, here we go.
In a Twitter post, don't you know?
The moment the show ended, I thought to myself, I said out loud, "Boy, what a waste of time." It didn't feel like a finale to Summer Game Fest. It felt like a finale during a writer's strike. It felt like there were weird cuts and things went on way too long. Shout out to you, Warcraft. How dare you waste my time? And I realize it's a big deal. I realize, Joe, you're hyped. I loved your text coming in. But the fact that you didn't lead with the gameplay and be like, oh yeah, hey, we have this, and a little snippet of the 6 minute and 52 second lore animated video,
So good.
just say like, hey, on YouTube we have it, like go watch it if you want to. That really is when it bogged down the show, and it was so early for me. I kind of like spaced out, and the fact that now Warhammer is now the Magic the Gathering that it was at the Game Awards, where we have so many Warhammer games now. Too many Warhammer. I don't understand. Are people that into Warhammer? I don't get it. And there were just some things that felt a little too samey. Like, I'm getting over these announcements of battle royales. Like, it's too much. They're starting to feel, when is the breaking point for that, where the trend is over? I guess it's never over because it's huge on Twitch and streaming, and people play a ton of it, but like, I'm tired of it, man. I'm just tired of it.
I'm kind of right there with you. So first off, I did not mind the Shadowbringers or Shadowlands trailer, because as a huge Warcraft kid, Warcraft 3, Uther the Lightbringer, Kyle, imagine this. I get to see him again. He might even be a villain. Who knows how that trailer ends? But he's pretty much he's pretty much the Obi-Wan of like the Paladins. And Arthas portrays him. So it's kind of like, imagine Mustafar, but this time Anakin had the high ground. That's what it's like. So like seeing the fact that we might see Arthas again in this game, and now he's not with the power of the Lich King. Like this is, it's wild.
I get that. And I get it's important lore. I get it. But to people who don't know the lore, because this game has been going on forever,
I don't even know at this point.
Why subject us to a 6-minute and 52-second long animated thing with characters I have no attachment to, that a small subject of the people watching know? And like, I'd be 100% saying the same thing if it was a Final Fantasy 6-minute and 52-second video. I'd be saying the same thing, or something that I love that nobody else does. Don't do that. Send me to the YouTube.
All right, take a breath. I wasn't crazy about the show either. I wasn't. I thought it was 2 hours too long, to be honest.
And a Ford gamer car. What are we doing, Jeff? What are we doing? I understand the advertisements. I'm not ragging on you for the ads. Right. I understand you need them to pay for the show and the staff that worked on it. Right. I'm totally fine. But to belittle gamers out of the whole, it's like, hey, look, Ford, give us a gamer car. Are you nuts?
No, we don't need that at all.
We don't need that.
I think the weird thing about this show was there wasn't, the only big moment was Ratchet and Clank. And look, he set expectations right off the gate, right?
And that's the thing. I came in with low expectations, and I'm still leaving like sour on it.
Yeah. And so for me, I'm just like, okay, he said it was mostly updates. He said not a lot of big surprises. And so like I walk in and like there's nothing until Ratchet and Clank that really goes, oh, ooh, like, you know, all the games that I'm excited for, but nothing's blowing my skirt up, you know, if that makes any sense. So like, to me, it was, I think maybe canceling E3 was a mistake.
Also, hold on. I'm just, things are popping in.
Yeah.
What the fuck were those awards, Joe? What were those awards? Why is Cyberpunk winning Best PlayStation Game? Why is it won best Nintendo game Little Nightmares 2, which isn't even out yet? What are these
awards?
Voted on these awards.
And they're like, stay tuned for more awards. I'm like, of what? Of what?
What category? I've never even heard of this indie game.
And then to have Christopher Lloyd out, right? Christopher Lloyd, the doc himself, Back to the Future everything for Surgeon Simulator 2. You're going to cut me like that, Jeff Keighley?
It's not even that, Joe. It wasn't even that. It was the fact that...
Now I'm with you. This show fucking sucks.
I feel bad for all the Back to the Future fans. Maybe it was like a new season of the Telltale game, or like a reworking of it, or
a
standalone Back to the Future thing. The fact that they had Christopher Lloyd shell out for Surgeon Simulator 2, which buried the fact that that game is out now on Epic Game Store... Weird choice. In addition to how that trailer started, Joe, what is the other WB game that I am waiting to hear about that it was leaked forever?
So in.
It had dark clouds, it had lightning, and the first note made me think Harry Potter, and I got so excited. And then I saw the fire treads from the DeLorean. I was like, okay, it's still cool. I'd be down for a time traveling Back to the Future game.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, it's just Christopher Lloyd selling out, which I never want to see.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt me.
It was.
But he said, "Great Scott."
Sure.
I do think I'm not down on Summer Games Fest. Like, I understand COVID played a huge role here and they had no time to really prepare for any of these smaller events. But next year, because it's gonna, this is gonna happen again, whether you want E3 back or not. Next year, they have to come out and everybody go, we have this 1 week in June.
I'm fine with that.
All your announcements here, because we can't do this of every other week. There's a small announcement that gets hyped up and overblown because we're gamers. We're expecting an E3 replacement. Nothing is doing it time in, time out. And hopefully next year, the pissing or lack of pissing contest between Xbox and PlayStation's over, you know? But I'm right there with you. This was a bit of a dud, and a dud to a fest that wasn't worth having a Festivus, you know?
Yeah. If, like you said, all condensed in a week or a couple days like E3, I think it would have been so much better.
Yeah.
I feel like the show really did not hit well because they had to spread out announcements.
Yeah.
And they had to plan things out, and it suffered big time from it.
38 games in 2 hours, and we struggled to get 10 games out there that we were excited for. I think that's the other thing. They couldn't keep people engaged. With that, Kyle, listen, let's talk about Ratchet and Clank. But before we square up Ratchet and Clank and our impressions of that game, I want to thank our amazing patrons over at patreon.com/badbit. Hey gang, listen, if we've ever gotten you through a rough car ride, a tough day at work, surviving the in-laws, whatever the case may be, to help this show grow, please consider going to patreon.com/badbit, throwing $1 our way. It's the reason why we're getting so many amazing tech like this mic that I'm using, this little cloud lifter. That's all you guys. And we have so many more surprises to come in the coming weeks. And it's all because of you and your generosity. So thank you so much. And with that, I want to thank Ryan Grant, Gavin Gottfried, Griffin West, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, and Corey Schofelder, our gold members. I want to thank our Silver Plus members, Marcus O'Neill, Ray Martinez, JB, the Purple Monkey, and Tim Ulf himself. Thank you all so very much for supporting us at Patreon. This literally makes the show run. So thank you all so very much. And with that, Kyle, listen, we got to the end of Gamescom. Ratchet and Clank.
Hell yeah.
7-minute demo. Let's talk about it. What were your thoughts?
Blown away.
Yeah? Was it worth the 2-hour wait?
It was a good thing to end on. I won't say it's worth the 2-hour wait. Nothing I think was worth the 2 hours, I think. But damn. This 7-10 minute whatever section of just Ratchet and Clank was easily the best of the show. This demo was just what we saw at the PlayStation showcase, just stretched out and not cut up. So damn pretty and impressive. The amount of things on screen, the amount it flawlessly worked, and the effects and the enemies and the NPCs. The way that the Rift grapple thing works.
Rift tether. I made sure I remembered that. Yeah.
The way that works is cool, and it's going to make me rethink how to play the Ratchet games. I am so excited. And I immediately looked up, since they confirmed that this is taking place after Into the Nexus, so that holds a big influence over this one. I looked it up. That game is on PS Now, so go play it on PS Now, as well as a bunch of Ratchet games are on PS Now. So,
was there a part to you that that stuck out the most? Because I got a few.
I mean, the topiary sprinkler weapon.
Yes,
was super cool. Where it turns the enemies into plants, which I thought was fun. But I think the dropping in and out of different universes is what I really remember. Yeah. Of landing on that pirate ship and that world and wanting to fully play and experience that world. because that looked really, really cool.
That looked so the demo for me, my snapshot is, first off, I'm a sucker for particle effects. I said it last episode, I'll say it here again. And there was sure a lot of it and a lot of things happening on screen, which, though there was a lot of explosions on screen and a lot of particles flying, especially from your burst gun, your burst pistol, which you actually see the casings pop out of the gun while you're shooting. So not only are you seeing this beautiful particle effect, that's the bolt, you're also seeing the particle effects from the shell just pop out of the gun. Awesome. Seeing the crates explode. It was just enough destruction without it feeling overly messy. Mm-hmm. The one thing that I really liked was when the villain comes and you're getting these quick cutscenes, it feels totally natural. There is not a second pause to be seen there. That's the thing that really shocked me, was just like, wow, this feels, I hate to say it because every other person will say it, but like, it felt fast and fluid. Like everything felt snappy and there was never a pause on screen, at least from what I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. Then the other thing that really wowed me was the ray trace reflections. I actually now know. Yeah. Dude, it looked awesome. It's, I get it. I'm putting the Sony pony hat on, but damn it, I'm going to wear it with pride here. It looked really well and it ran so incredibly smooth the entire way. And like right now I'm looking at the trailer where he's using the sprinkler weapon and turning them all into bushes. Like it was awesome. It never stopped. And seeing how populated the world is. Like, and like when you're walking through those hallways, everybody's like crowded around talking. You're seeing enemies pop in because of these rifts popping in and out. Like every second of this demo, I was just floored by the tech in this game.
Yeah.
It was just, this is the first time in a really long time, and maybe even ever with these consoles coming out, that I feel like, okay, this is next gen. This is a next gen thing that we're watching. You know, nothing has screamed out. Even Miles, like beautiful screenshot aside, but like I could play that on a PS4. I'm not convinced that I could play this on a PS4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's. I think that says how far gaming has come since we've been alive. Where we usually benchmark new consoles with graphics and just how pretty everything looks. But now, just like after playing Ghosts of Tsushima and Last of Us Part 2 and like the Assassin's Creed games and Doom Eternal, we're at that point where we need to find these other things to tell us that it's next gen.
Yeah.
And like you said, the reflections, the particle effects, the load times, how seamless they are. That is what excites us and what tells us next gen. And you said it perfectly. This is why I'm getting a PS5. It's showcasing what this console can do. And just real quick, I mean, we're not done anywhere close, but shout out to Insomniac for being the sole reason to go buy a PlayStation 5 at launch.
Yeah. Yes.
So two of the major reasons why you need a PS5 as soon as possible for Miles Morales and this game. It's nuts.
They confirmed this is a launch window title. So
I'm
assumingly
Second Son, February, March.
And that's what you said. Take all the credit for it. Yeah, this. It seems like March, April is going to be the time where this thing comes out. Yeah. And again, like what you said earlier, it is right after Into the Nexus. And they also confirmed, but at the same exact time, if you're just walking in, this is a standalone experience. So you're not going to be confused or whatever, what's going on here. But yeah, I mean, it just looks incredible. I'm watching the part where he's jumping from rift into rift and there's just no stop. And I love what you said. Like, we're getting to this point with games where, like, yeah, this game looks beautiful. It looks almost like a Pixar-esque game, which everybody's going to say, I get it. But, like, it looks a little better for sure. But it's really what the tech's doing behind the scenes here. Like, you're going into this Jack and Daxter looking world. Then we're on a pirate ship. It's like, there's no stop. I'm just super surprised. At this point, Kyle, can we safely claim that Insomniac's purchase, possibly the best purchase PlayStation's made in a very long time?
Yeah, and it's wild that they are the forefront of PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
They are the ones like, hey, come with us and let us show you why you need a PS5. And shout out to them. They've been with PlayStation for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And to the fact that they're back as a launch title on PlayStation with Miles Morales and launch window with Ratchet, just like they were on PS3 with Resistance. And it's, man, I love Insomniac so much. I'm so happy they got their love and is part of PlayStation Studios. And
yeah,
I can't wait. Hopefully, this was me getting a little bit too hype at the end of this, because I was like, oh, maybe one more thing. They'll be like, hey, Resistance, we're doing it. But yeah, I mean, 2 teams working on 2 different games. You got to think they're already looking ahead at something. Yeah. Man, I'm excited.
Awesome. So with that, we're super pumped for Ratchet. We're super pumped for the PlayStation 5. At this point, I'm just like, I've been super excited for next gen, but now I'm just like, I'm ready. Give me the message that hurts. That's how much this thing costs. And like, I'm in.
Give me that email, Sony, that we all signed up for be first to pre-order.
Seriously. We'll talk about that in a second for sure. But with that, that's our Ratchet and Clank thoughts. Anything else to close up before we get into the news, Kyle?
No, I'm good.
All right. And with that, it's time to square up the news. Kyle, what's the first story for us this evening?
This one comes from Austin Gosselin from Polygon. Fall Guys is the most downloaded game in PS Plus history. Fall Guys has only been out for a few weeks, and it's already the most downloaded game ever on PlayStation Plus. Developed by Mediatonic, Fall Guys was released on August 4th and quickly became one of the most popular games online. Its hilarious brand of battle royale action dominated Twitch, pulling in most of the top streamers for at least a few matches, and shot to the top of Steam's sale charts. But it wasn't just the early excitement that had people playing. As of this writing, Fall Guys is currently the 4th most played game on Steam, with over 165,000 players in-game vying for the crown. Fall Guys' incredible success on PlayStation Plus shouldn't come as much of a surprise. The service has always been a great place for smaller indie games to get noticed, much like Rocket League when it was released back in 2015. But what is surprising is that Fall Guys made it to the top of PS Plus' all-time list, which includes some very well-known games. According to an infographic released by Sony as of April 2020, the top 5 most downloaded PlayStation Plus games are Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, Shadow of the Colossus, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Destiny 2, and, curiously, Sonic Forces.
Okay. Sonic Forces out of all of them.
People are thirsty for Sonic, man.
Kyle, where does Fall Guys go after this? I mean, the most downloaded game ahead of Rocket League. And Rocket League was that, that fairy tale story of like what happens when you're an indie game on PlayStation Plus launching. Yeah. But where does Fall Guys go? We talked about whether or not Fall Guys could be bigger than Rocket League. Do you think that this is the first step in that?
Sure, but I think they're already well on their way to being bigger than Rocket League.
Yeah.
I think with what we just saw at Season 2, where new costumes that people are going to be clamoring for, and new visuals, or new colors, new layouts of the maps, like, the sky's the limit for creativity for what they can add to this game. And yeah, I think they're well on their way. I'm very excited. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with their season passes once the PS Plus thing is over. Like, are we paying for them? Are we not? I'm fine either way. Just let us know. But yeah, I think it's incredible what Mediatonic has on their hands. Excuse me.
Yeah, how dare you? No, I think the same. They have this magic about this game where it's 50% skill, it's 50% luck, and it's just fun either way. Like, I can only speak for myself here, Kyle.
100% reason to remember the name. I had to get that out, but I was drinking water when you said the 50% parts.
Good one. Excellent. What a delayed response, but I love it.
I couldn't say with water.
I know. It's hilarious. Oh my God. Mike Shinoda, shout out to you. Now, but to get back to where I was thinking, that there's just, I've never left a game where I was upset at the outcome. Because it was just like, okay, fine, it's cute, it's chibi. So like seeing that anybody could really be a part of this, yeah, I think it's already on its way to capture. Not to mention that like we could assume that Xbox is going to try to get this on Game Pass. Right. We can assume that once this thing takes off on the Switch, it's going to explode. Literally, Switches will explode. But like, there is just so much ground that they can take after this huge launch that, yeah, I think this game's going to continue to be big. And with the community that it has after the hype dies away, they're going to have an awesome community around that game. So yeah. I'm pretty hyped on it. With that, though, there's some more PlayStation Plus goodies coming our way in September. Take it away, Kyle.
Adam Michelle from the blog writes, September's free PS Plus games, PUBG and Street Fighter V. PUBG is parachute into a treacherous battleground with only your wits for protection as you loot gear and outsmart your enemies in a fierce battle royale. Build the ultimate soldier from scratch and test your mettle against up to 99 other players across multiple unique maps. Only one life, only one shot at victory per match. Wreak havoc on your own or take on the challenge in a squad of up to 4 players to increase your chances of survival and glory. Then there's Street Fighter V. New competitors and iconic world warriors square off in Street Fighter V, Capcom's blisteringly ferocious fighter and the latest entry in the legendary Street Fighter series. Sharpen your skills in a variety of single-player modes, then prove you've got what it takes to best the globe's finest fighters in online matches. What's more, we're kicking off Street Fighter V PS4 tournaments starting September 4th in the US and Canada. These events will offer eligible fighters of all skill levels in those regions the opportunity to compete for cash prizing, a unique PS4 theme, and a custom in-game title. Restrictions apply, more details to come. Both games will join PS Plus on Tuesday, September 1st, and be available to download for PS Plus subscribers until October 5th.
That's the day after my birthday, Kyle.
Hey.
And if all things go right, it's a day after a big event happens to the trophy room. Some say cataclysmic. Some say, I don't know, other big words, but it's going to be huge. Huge.
Will I still be here? Am I getting snapped?
I don't know. Keep up this attitude.
I'm sorry for being salty.
Never apologize. How did you feel about this launch, or sorry, PS Plus games?
I know they're big games.
Yeah.
But they're okay.
Yeah.
Not for me, but cool.
Yeah. Not my same exact thoughts. I suck at fighters. You want to see a person like just absolutely fail in front of you? Yeah, I'll face plant right there.
Yeah. And PUBG is just like, I feel for me as a gamer myself.
Yeah.
There are more accessible battle royale games for me to play that would probably have more fun than PUBG.
Yes, same.
At this point.
At this point, they need to really redo their menu system. Maybe they have, because I haven't given a shit in so long. But hopefully this gets people into that game, man. I hope.
Yeah.
With that, Kyle, let's talk about our next two stories.
Brianna Reeves, PS Lifestyle, writes, Hitman 3 release date specified. Free next-gen upgrade available for current-gen and digital purchase. Or current-gen digital purchase, excuse me. Hitman 3 developer and publisher IO Interactive has specified its plans for the title's early 2021 release. First and foremost, the new Hitman entry launches on PS4, PS5, Google Stadia, PC via Epic Games Store, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X on January 20th, 2021. 2 different versions are in the works, Standard Edition and Deluxe Edition. Pre-orders for both will go live throughout the day around the world. In addition, IO confirmed a free next-gen upgrade is on the cards. However, only players who buy Hitman 3 digitally on current gen will gain access to the free next-gen upgrade. IO's blog post on the matter makes no mention of an upgrade for physical copies.
What do you feel about this? I mean, we're about to get into awful way of doing any type of something remotely to smart delivery of next gen copies. But like we talked about it last week, this is getting confusing. This is going to give us a headache. I know for sure going into the future. No physical upgrade. You only have to do digital. Does that concern you? Because you're the physical guy. I'm going all digital this gen. It doesn't affect me. But what say you, sir?
It's weird when this kind of news comes out, because at this point I'm just gonna wait for the PS5 edition anyway.
Right.
But it is odd how they're locking it to just digital only. I wonder if that is to, I mean, not wonder, that is to curb the pre-owned side of things, the GameStop of buying it cheaper and still getting the next gen version for it if you buy the physical version. Still sucks either way.
Yeah.
But at least they're like, it is way more palatable than what we're going to get into. Like,
then let's just get into it, Kyle. Let's just get fucking into it. Let's get a lawyer to figure out this situation at hand.
Stretch out my tongue so I can talk over this bullshit that they wrote out. And this has nothing to do with the writer of the article, just Activision in general.
Yeah.
This one comes from Keshav Bot from Charlie Intel. Black Ops Cold War Standard Edition for next gen priced higher. Activision has confirmed that the standard edition of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War on next gen will be priced higher than the current generation standard editions. For almost 15 years now, standard editions of games have been $59.99 for players, with almost all companies offering higher and premium editions for different prices. Activision has now confirmed they will be increasing the price of the standard edition of next generation games for their franchises, starting with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The standard edition for next gen will include a copy for current gen users who want to play on that version too. Standard PS5 or Xbox Series X edition, $69.99 US, includes the Xbox Series X or PS5 version of the game. For fans interested in buying Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War digitally, you can get the cross-gen bundle, which includes both the current gen and next gen versions of the game. And here it comes from the Charlie Intel tweet. For everyone planning to get a physical edition, hold on to your butts. Come with us on this journey, okay? That's not the tweet. That's me. Physical standard of PS4 will upgrade to PS5 for $10. Physical standard of Xbox One cannot upgrade to Xbox Series X. Physical standard of PS5 only includes PS5 version. Physical standard of Xbox Series X includes an Xbox One copy.
Okay, so if you... So let me try to
go into sleep mode. Let me recover.
All right, let me talk to the audience here while you literally fucking reboot. So as I'm trying to just take apart this Morse code, I feel like a code breaker from like World War II.
Say, this is just me, might not hear you correctly. Did you say Morse code or Morse code?
Oh fuck, I did it again, huh?
I just think of some old guy named Morris in a closet with his spectacles. Like, oh, gotta dash.
Morse code, not Morse code. Fuck me, first goal, now Morse. Anyway, let's break apart this puzzle. If you buy the PlayStation 5 version physically, it will cost $69.99. Right? Mm-hmm. I get it. I'm immature. Okay. All right. I get it. We've been living in this. This is going to be the gray area until everybody bites the bullet. Every game's going to be $69.99. It looks like.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it. It's been 15 years. We need to get over this.
It'll suck. Don't get me wrong. I'm ready for it.
But if you buy the PS5 version, $10 more, and you can't play it on a PS4, okay.
That doesn't bother me.
I'm going to say anything. I'm buying it for PS5. Yeah, I get it. If you buy it on an Xbox Series X copy, it will work on your Xbox One.
Okay.
But if you want to upgrade your PlayStation 5 version of the game, your physical PS4 disc, it looks like, you will upgrade it to a PS5 version for $10.
Which is what I think we talked about on the last episode where GameStop had that deal.
Yes.
You trade it in, you can upgrade it for like a small fee.
So it looks like you could do one thing on one console, you can't do the other on the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What a weird... And like, if you're confused, you're like, is Joe being dyslexic here? Trust me, I read this and went, this makes sense, so I get it. It's dyslexic. This just doesn't make sense.
The thing that I don't understand.
Yeah, please.
Is the company that started the smart delivery craze. Xbox.
Right.
Won't work for a physical standard copy of Xbox One of this game to upgrade to Xbox Series X.
Now, in defense of Microsoft and Phil Spencer, they said it's a case-by-case basis.
Sure.
Now, we could say that, fucking PlayStation threw a chunk of change at Activision, don't make sure that this thing fucking bricks in Xbox. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like maybe it's a shady deal between PlayStation and Activision, but from what the wind that we've been hearing, whether that's from Imran Khan or Jeff Grubb, I'll actually cite my sources, other YouTubers, is that not a lot of publishers like smart delivery because they still want to remake and remaster stuff because it's so easy for them to make money on return on profits. So Activision's looking at cross-gen games as like, no, we don't want that. We want to make as much money for people double dipping on the PlayStation 5 and 4 version, because the way that they're seeing it, and I think we said this last episode, was if you're Activision, look at how many versions there are, right? PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X, PC, right? 5 versions of this game, 2 of which, Series and 5, aren't going to be the most popular. You're pretty much throwing money at this thing, hoping people are going to buy it. That install base is going to be very small. So you're already throwing a whole bunch of money. You might as well optimize that cash so that, people are double dipping. So if there is a cross-gen version, at least you're getting $10, which honestly, if that's the upgrade fee, I'm fine with $10. Yeah. I'm not fine with buying the game all over again. I'm looking at you, Remedy and 505. So like half of me is okay with this, but just the way that they're lawyering about it just seems sketchy for the purpose of being sketchy. Mm-hmm. Like they rather confuse us than actually tell us the truth because they know it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So like I was asking this to Sean, host of the Xbox Shop. I was like, I don't want to be a dick here, but at this point is all smart delivery is just certain Xbox One games and like some Ubisoft titles. Cause like in Cyberpunk, is that it? And he's just like, yeah, kinda. But like, that's why we should be demanding better from these companies. But I'll say this, we could demand better from these companies all we want. Unless we actually vote with our wallet, not buy that thing, they're going to keep doing this. And with Call of Duty, they have the power here. It's, it might not have the legs it once had, but it's still got them. And so, they get to dictate, hey, it's going to be $70 and actually see if that hurts their bottom line and go, okay, maybe next time we won't do $70. Or they get to pull these moves and just go, well, it's just such a small base. It's pretty much they're being accountants here of like, all right, what's going to net us the biggest result? And it's doing this. So to me, it sucks that cross-gen has become so confusing regardless the system.
Yeah.
Whether it's Xbox, it just kind of sounds like this kind of sucks. I would love to do the feel the burn and just say it's everything. Force them, but you really can't. So like, whether it's on Xbox or PS5, you're going to see like weird, you'll get it digitally, or you get upgraded only if you buy digital, or you'll have to pay a $10, if you're buying it physical, or, the next gen game is just going to be $70 to offset the cost. So kind of sucks,
Yeah.
But real talk, before we move out of this, we saw next generation Ronald Reagan.
Going back to Gamescom, because I feel it bubbling inside.
Tell me.
How do you not show a bombastic next-gen Call of Duty gameplay trailer in that spot instead of a story trailer? How does that happen?
Can I answer in Ronald Reagan?
No.
Because, Kyle, listen to me here. Cinematics are going to look cooler.
Oh,
Nancy,
I disagree.
Nancy,
I think it was that.
I wasn't born in the 80s. Yeah,
the dialogue and the lip syncing matched up really well. I thought that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But how do you not show off Call of Duty gameplay?
Here's what the thing that upsets
next gen gameplay.
Oh shit! Here's the thing that upsets me the most. If I could be Aretha Franklin with you, is I made a tweet yesterday making fun of Ronald Reagan being next gen character in Call of Duty, saying that if you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War today, you'll get the Iran Contra Affair DLC for free. That is a home run. And how dare it just be womp, 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 like that. How dare you people for the lack of good quality tweets. That got me a good chuckle. I know my history teacher from 7 years ago, she'd be laughing her ass off to the bank with that one. Also, apparently, fuck Ronald Reagan. I don't know what Ronald Reagan did. I'm not a steward of that modern history, but apparently fuck him.
You need to watch. I want to get this correct.
I'm only kidding. He was the death of progressivism in America. But with that, Kyle, we got one last thing. Listen, I don't want to get political with Ronald Reagan. All right, I can't do it anymore.
13th on Netflix. Watch it.
13th. Really okay. All right. Ronald Reagan, you're on Kyle's shit list.
You are. You bastard.
Come get it, bitch. Reagan smash. Here's a little tidbit for you, a little story before we leave. Nothing inappropriate was said before this. PS5 pre-order signups.
I'll tap it out in Morse code for you.
Okay, please. PS5 pre-order signups are now open. Console reservations may be invitation only. This comes from Chandler Wood from PlayStation Lifestyle. He writes, "No, we still don't know the price, release date, or when pre-orders will actually open up. We haven't seen UI, firmware features, or long-promised hardware teardown. But the PS5 pre-order signups are now open so you can register your interest in the possibility of getting a pre-order in for Sony's next-gen console. Those interested can go to the PS5 pre-order signups page, register using their PSN ID. Sony will then be sending invitations out to an unspecified date, certain players to allow them to pre-order the PS5. Selections of who will receive an invitation are based on previous interests and PlayStation activities, the criteria for which isn't entirely clear. Sony does collect a lot of data from its PSN users, including purchases, times played, numbers of games played, subscriptions to things like PlayStation Plus, and number of trophies. Well, luckily you're listening to the Trophy Room, a podcast made by the players for the players, bitch. Any of which could be a potential factor in their decision. The limited selection seems intent on weeding out potential scalpers by allowing those PlayStation fans determined by genuine interest a first shot at PS5 pre-orders. Additionally, an FAQ for the PS5 signups indicate that each selected PSN ID will be limited to the following maximum of orders: 1 PS5 console or 1 PS5 digital, 2 DualShock wireless controllers, 2 DualSense controllers, 2 DualSense charging stations, 2 Pulse 3D headsets, 2 media remotes, and 2 HD cameras. Okay. The weird registration signups. We've done it. We gave you guys a shout out on Twitter to make sure you all do this. Does this give you a worry that things are going to be super limited at launch, Kyle?
No.
Okay.
Weirdly not. I actually applaud PlayStation for doing this.
Sounds like an apologist thing to say.
No, I think it's the opposite of where it's actually going to give fans of the brand a shot first instead of these scalpers just put on eBay for double the price. And especially during the holiday season where they're trying to get money out of people, of families who want to get it for their kids, where money's already tight because we're in a pandemic. I'm all for these safeguards, and I think I saw a lot of people be like, oh, well, I have 100 platinum trophies. Trophies are probably weighted very small on that list of things. I think it goes more to like, went to PSX, or you go into the E3 at the theater stuff, participating in that trophy competition for the real life platinum trophy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Things where you're actually interacting with the brand, not only just playing games, but you're interested in everything that they've put out and like these cool little things. I think is how they're going to go about it. And I think that's cool. Reward the fans for being fans. That's awesome.
Yeah, I do like this as well. Maybe it's the only part of data collection that I actually like, where it's just like, hey, no, like you can't just be a regular Tom, Dick, or Harry out there. That was
good. That was valid.
Good. So like, you kind of do have to prove it, So like, having purchases digital, having, trophies, I think might be weighted in there as well. Making sure that you're an active part in the PlayStation Network. Yeah, I think that's the way that they're going to reward you as a gamer. And to me, weeding out those scammers. At the same exact time though, I have it pre-ordered there or registered to pre-order there. I'm on the first list of the PlayStation 5 pre-orders at GameStop because I'd rather get it physical from GameStop. But this is
I didn't realize that was the thing.
Yeah. I went down to my GameStop. I was like, start the list. They're like, what? And I'm like, you want your fucking pre-order? You want me to reenact the dumb card? What's it called? I forget. It's great that I forgot. Yeah. Start the list. And they started the list. They said I'm the first one. Yeah.
Congrats.
Manager Jared out there. He's got my back, But my whole thing is like this. I think more than ever, this is them having to maybe weigh the possibility of the COVID wave 2, and seeing how that's going to affect, how these consoles get delivered. I think they're all freaking out about that, and I do think that for them opening up this store, the way that they have, I think this is a great way for them to, reward their fan base, and also knowing that like if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you're probably gonna get in here because of how many perks there are just set up within that website if you are a PlayStation Plus member, like free shipping and stuff like that. So I don't think this is bad. I'm just worried that I won't get one. I'm that paranoid about it,
Yeah, I signed up and I don't even know if it went through. I did it on my phone. They
said thank you. Yeah, I
don't think I even got a thank you.
Oh my God. Do they know who we are?
Right?
Do they know?
Sony.
With that, I wanted to give everybody ample time to write in with their thoughts of the Ratchet and Clank stuff that we've seen. So this is our last segment called Andrew House's Snail Mail, where you can give us your questions, your comments, your concerns, all PlayStation related, over to us, the Trophy Room, over at PS Trophy Room on Twitter or the Casa de Bad Bit Discord server. And with that, let's get to our first one. Talking about the show and Ratchet, Antonio, aka Hypecaster himself, says, loved it. I'm not one to complain about these shows being too long, so I didn't mind. Saw interesting games, impressed at some of the true world premieres. Ratchet looked fantastic. That video wall they use for set, hot. That was run off the Unreal Engine. Similar to that of the backgrounds in The Mandalorian. That's all Unreal.
I know that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. See that, Apple? Nathan McErney writes, it was a bit too long. 2 hours seemed long. It was good overall. Ratchet and Clank was fire. That's a flame, as the kids say. That's the important thing. Wish they had shown a different section. All right, true. But I still like what they showed. The most famous Seamus I've ever met in my entire life it just came in here, and he's out for blood. You ready for this? All right. Fall Guys Season 2 looks dope. Love the RSC demo. Todd, Cold War looks like it'll be a great return to the form for Call of Duty series. Unknown 9 looks interesting. Little Nightmares 2 looks creepy as fuck. I'm not a WoW fan. Wait for it. But Shadowlands and that short were great. Famous Seamus, that's why I love you.
Seamus.
Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor VR by Respawn? Sign me the F up. Wait. Have I to use Facebook's VR thing? Ugh, never mind. I'll wait for it when it comes to PSVR. Same here. Lego Star Wars is still as cute, and even finally, I think my favorite part of the show was the 12 minutes cast reveal. Damn, an indie game where James McAvoy, a tall drink of water, Daisy Ridley, and this is me now editing it, obviously. Daisy Ridley could step on my face, and William Dafoe. Sorry, Chess. I am somewhat of a scientist myself. That's amazing. I also really like, don't hate me for this, that Game Pass commercial. I thought it was actually really good. Age of Empires 3, are you fucking kidding me? October 15th? God. Anyway, that was just a great way to show people what Game Pass is. It's great. Also, I spotted a few games that I didn't know that were coming to Game Pass, like Chris Tale. And then Nathan McGurney also says, oh yeah, Sam Max coming back. Better be PS VR. And then last but not least, over on the Twitter side, I'm sorry, I'm going to mess up your name. I'm awful at pronouncing things. Sason, again, I fucked up. My name's Joe. I could barely pronounce it. Anyway, whoever is controlling Ratchet is cracked for dodging every single bird. I feel every time you saw a bird, this guy was doing a backflip. And then there was one more thing. The Winter Gamer gave a jaw-dropping GIF, and let me just get it. I'm not buying for time here. You are. What? You want to fight about it?
I don't know what's going on anymore. Am I still here? Am I still in the trophy room?
A podcast made by the players for the players?
Oh, man, that's weird.
And Famous Seamus, once again, thought the RC demo was awesome, looks amazing. Are you still, are you surprised that we still don't have a price and release date for PS5? Wait till next week. I'm banking on next week. It has to be the beginning of September. It just has to, or I won't allow it.
Yeah.
With that, gang, that's been the Trophy Room, a bonus episode. It's still an hour long. Look at that. We still got it, Kyle. This is fun. I love, this week has been fantastic, as always. I love talking games with you, buddy. You were at it today, and I appreciated it.
I was with it. I'm out of it now. It took everything out of me, but I enjoyed it.
You're like the Winter Soldier after the fight when he has to wipe his memory again.
I'm like that. I haven't seen it yet, but that Netflix movie Power, where you take the pill and you get superpowers for 5 minutes. What I imagine is afterwards, just like,
I need a Benadryl.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, let's get on out of here.
Yeah.
What do you got to pimp on out before we do?
Who Dat Ninja 73 on Twitter and on PSN. I got a lovely message from somebody, a listener, adding me on PSN, and so please keep doing that. I love seeing that. It brightens my day. Same with Joe. It's amazing. You can catch me there. Going for 50 platinums. 6 away. Bug Snacks will be number 50. It's gonna happen, Joe. I don't care what you say. I will get more though if that bumps my chances to get an early PS5 though. So just tell me, Sony, and I'll do it. KindaNYC.com and at KindaNYC on Twitter for everything else that I do. And yeah, that's about it, I think.
We want to give, this is also Kyle, you're a part of this, a huge shout out to the Xbox Pope for designing that boss looking limited edition PS5.
Yes. Oh my God.
That was the best one he's done. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, hands down. Very jokingly replied to a tweet like, "Hey, how about a PS Trophy Room one?" He was like, "Yeah, sure. He sent me a DM immediately. It was like, "Hey, send me the assets," and boom, done.
Yeah,
wow, bam,
and
it's a thing.
When I was playing New Super and you texted me, I was actually wondering. I was like, "Hey, I wonder when he's gonna get done with that." I'm thinking, and then bam, you said, I was too giddy. I couldn't. I got up and I was too stimmed to sit down.
Oh my God.
Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Also, big shout out to, as we go on over to the bounty board talking about shout outs and such, Mr. Matt 111. Before we continue, my driving instructor when I was 16 years old, his name was Mr. Matt. And we always gave this impression because he had a mustache. So we do this. You go, "Hey, Mr. Matt, how you doing?"
Jeez.
Mr. Matt, you want to go to Duncan? He was also our gym coach. Anyway, Mr. Matt could be my driving instructor of over 10 plus years now. Jesus, I'm old. Gives us a 5-star review, just like you can over at Apple Podcasts. Again, get a chance to win a next gen game on us if and when we get to 100 reviews by the end of the year. Make sure they're 5-star, as I'm not counting them, just tossing them out. And Mr. Matt writes, "The greatest podcast that is and ever will be." Oh, I love the wordplay. "Extremely good chemistry with the two co-hosts. You can really tell that they've been friends for a while." Oh, wait, did I already say this? Oh, no, I don't think I have. You know what?
I've heard it before.
All right.
Fine.
You know what, Mr. Matt? If I've said this last episode, because the days of Blur, you're getting 2 shout outs. And also, thank you for teaching me how to drive. You can really tell that they've been friends for a while, which is refreshing on podcasts. Keeps me up to date, and they're not afraid to air an honest opinion instead of nodding along to everything. Man, wasn't the show today. My only gripe is that I wish there was a small segment on each episode dedicated to trophy hunting. Now, with all that said, and with all that out of the way, 5 freaking stars. You're killing it, boys.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Everybody, thank you all so much. Again, you can find this show here at Bad Big Games on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, the Trophy Room of PlayStation podcast on there, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you get your RSS feeds, wherever you get your podcasts, find us there. Please shout us out. Follow PS Trophy Room. Most of all, tell a friend. If you have someone that's a PlayStation, a gamer out there or just a gamer in general, send them our way. Let's keep building this big, beautiful community that I call home. And so with all that said, and with all that out of the way, everybody, keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation.
Stay safe. We love you. And remember, Black Lives Matter.
Black lives fucking matter. Say the names.